Hi everyone, Coach Sullivan here again with MJS Coaching Football. My background, this is my 38th year coaching football. I've either been the defensive, offensive, or special teams coordinator as well as a head coach at both collegiate and high school levels. In this presentation, I'm going to talk to you about a different type of sniper game, one that involves the outside linebacker. So as you can see up here on the left, the sniper is a zone read RPO game, and it involves a D line always, but either the inside or outside linebacker. So this is one that involves the outside linebacker. Okay, so it's taught first as position specific, meaning dime cross. Okay, cross signifies that the outside linebacker goes first, making them a dive defender. Okay, however, as you can see up here in the note, if you're playing a team that really isn't necessarily tendency in where they put their halfback, you can just simply call cross, and then the rule, the lucky Ringo, goes to the offset halfback, so it could either be the rover or the dime. Okay? I mean, so we've done that plenty times. We've also done it this way. It's pre-called. It's the dime or it's the rover because we know based upon film study and scouting reports what we're going to get. Okay, that the halfback is going to end up in this personnel grouping and formation to the rover or to the dime. Okay, so let me just make sure I explain that one. Okay, because the outside linebacker is involved, we do utilize the lucky Ringo because the outside linebacker being detached in this case, or even if it were the rover, so that the halfback is now west in this particular diagram. There's more happening. He's looking at a tight end. It's confined. It's tighter. So just to make it simpler for the outside linebackers who may not have the same vision as an inside backer in previous sniper games, we do utilize the lucky Ringo. We still always use the east and west. So our DNs and nose, they're listening for the east and west as much as the lucky Ringo in this case, because sniper game rules dictate. Okay, as an example here, it's both East and Ringo. Be for that reason, right? The East is the right, Ringo is right. That automatically tells the nose, boom, I'm going into the left A gap. East or Ringo automatically tells the stud who's always right, I'm in it. And so we'll talk about the tweaks and technique. This is what we call a flash technique for the defensive end. All righty. If the back were to switch, hence this is why you may want to go, if you're going to face a team that switches the back a lot, just call cross. Okay. If the back switched to the left, right, looking at the U.S., left coast, west coast, we'd make a west call, check lucky. Now the end knows he's in it. Now the nose knows to go right. Right? Boom, done. Same for the inside linebackers. They're making the east-west call, and the linebacker on the side of the halfback's going to be static. That's a given. Base technique is static technique versus an offset halfback. Even when a sniper game is not called, okay, if it's just a rifle or run line stunt or a pass line stunt or nothing, we're just playing base defense, or this linebacker is not involved in the blitz called, they're going to be in the static technique. Okay, just to clarify that. So again, the trio's the trio. See my zone blitz coverage playlist to get more details on that. But this technique for our outside linebacker now, let's talk techniques, is a go. So the aiming point is the butt of the tackle. We're coming hard, bending, dive defender 100% of the way. So to the question of what if the offensive tackle were to block out because they're anticipating it, they practiced it, or were to pass set, we tell the outside linebacker, you go into B gap, cross his face. So if he blocks out, cross his face underneath into B gap. If he pass sets, this isn't necessarily a go blitz. This is a sniper game. So you don't have contain. So again, you're going to go underneath into B gap because you're a dive defender. So that's the difference. The aiming point's the same as far as a go blitz, but the technique changes for this reason. Okay. The other change now, this defensive end call side. So east, the Ringo, it's the stud. West, Lucky, it's the end. What is meant by flash technique? Well, what we tell the defensive end is you're going to step and sell like you're slanting into B. And then you're going to plant off the inside foot and rip hard and loop outside. Okay? Plant and rip outside. So, consequently, before I go any further, if your outside linebacker is not overly fast, then without giving it away, you may cheat him in somewhat. So maybe it's 3 or 4 yards. If two's exceptionally wide, the 5-yard rule from the tackle. If this guy's not real quick or he doesn't have great get off, you might have to, without giving it away, don't line him up here. That's going to tell the whole world. Okay, you may have to do that. But the bottom line is, if this happens, we're not going to get overly concerned with it. The defensive end's just going to take the one step and then boom, loop outside. So consequently, we tell the outside linebacker, it's on you, dude. As you're coming, you see that the defensive end is going to be up the field before you, then you go butt side of your own defender. That's on you. Okay? Best case, this person is through there first, and then the defensive end is looping behind the outside linebacker. It may not work that way. Don't be concerned with it. Okay? The quarterback's going to see a blitz coming from the outside. What the quarterback does with it remains to be seen. But either way, we have two quarterback defenders, the defensive end and the static inside linebacker. Okay, so this one, it's a bit of a gray area read for the Q, and that's on purpose, right? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 defenders to play the dive guy if need be. Okay, we got 2 assigned to the quarterback. So this one is very nice in that if the quarterback's pretty good runner or really good, we got 2 guys assigned to him. If the quarterbacks are good in terms of reading, if they like to run an RPO out of it, the blitz will disrupt the timing, and now the looping defensive end can get hands up and get in the throwing lane. Okay, as well as your inside linebacker. So again, coaching point. Outside linebacker, same aiming point as a go, but if the tackle blocks out or pass sets, he crosses underneath his face into B gap because he's a B gap, he's a dive defender. He does not have contain on pass. Defensive end's going to flash the slant, so good hard step inside and then push off that inside. It's one step. He's going to loop out. It's up to the outside linebacker not to run into his defender. So if the DN crosses first, not going to worry about it. Okay, he's the quarterback. If the outside linebacker is first and he's looping behind him, not going to worry about it. Okay, but the defensive end becomes what we call the outside quarterback, the static inside linebacker. So if you see any of the previous sniper game presentations, I get into great detail on the static technique. So I'd encourage you to go to my Zone Read RPO Blitz playlist. He's the inside quarterback defender. And then if the reading the mesh, the back has it, he's going to fold in. He's the opposite A gap, which is protected because the nose is there, and he's a bonus guy. Okay? So hopefully this is of a help to you. Again, this is a sniper game involving the outside linebacker. So the rules stay consistent, right? Nose away, etc. If you have any questions, please reach out to me at CoachMJSullivan@gmail.com, and I'd be happy to talk football with you.